Hi guys, it's yours truly, Musiclus here.
Hey, subscribers, it's Ethan here.
Sorry we're being so quiet. Ethan is currently, as you guys know, this is a vlog, obviously, in New Jersey at the moment. So he's doing this while everybody is currently sleeping, so that way he doesn't wake everybody up and he doesn't waste any time with his friend's family.
Right.
So yeah, but I gotta say, I think Ethan's been keeping track of what he's been doing, and he shared a note with me about what he's been doing while he's down there. And I gotta say, he's been a pretty busy guy down there for his first week down there.
Indeed, yeah.
All right, so let's start with Monday when you arrived, buddy. What'd you do?
Oh, let's just say that I can tell you the story here that before my flight, let's just say there was some kind of apps I had that said like it was about to have some more delays. I was like, what is going on with the airport? With the airport people now. They're saying like some kind of like construction going on. They said about like their weather conditions can actually delay it. I mean, when I first got on the flight, well, it was at least there was a little delay, but it wasn't that much of a delay to worry about. It's only like 20, 20 minutes, little 20 minutes there that there was some delay, but it wasn't that bad. So at least I'm glad it wasn't to the point that it would be canceled. Honestly, let's be honest. I'd rather have that than being canceled.
Oh, trust me. Ethan was lucky that his didn't get canceled because several others we did here unfortunately got canceled that day. So Ethan got really lucky this time.
Yep. So I would assume that the weather condition didn't even interfere. So, which is good.
Yep. Of course, after Ethan got down there, he did do some pretty cool stuff on Monday. So why don't you talk a bit of what you did on Monday?
Yeah. So before I talk about it, I would like to show you something while I'm up in New Jersey.
Oh,
Guess
sure.
what my friend actually has that it's really cool. I'll show it to you just a second.
Take your time. Take your time.
You see this? I don't know, you can see. Okay, you see this?
Yep.
This is his PC system. As you can
Nice.
see that?
Yep.
And right now he's got like that one game that it's right now loading and stuff. I want to check something real quick before I can tell my story. Tell my story.
Oh, totally cool, buddy. Totally cool. Oh,
Right now he's got like his his games downloading right now for his emulator. So I just want to show you something real quick.
take your time.
All right, you see this? See the program he's using?
Ah, yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, he's got like this game's downloading right down there, as you can see.
Yep. I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool, bud.
Yeah, I guess later on I'm just gonna go ahead and help him out with these games later. That's part of with the story I was gonna tell.
Oh yeah. So one of the big things that Ethan's been doing down here during the week is he's been playing a lot of games via emulated because well, he didn't necessarily bring his PlayStation 5 with because that's a very new system, and unlike my Xbox Series S, which is small, it's pretty big. It's pretty big to take something down there. And honestly, I wouldn't blame Ethan for risking bringing it down. So he didn't bring it down with him. So the only thing that he has down there is PSP and his Nintendo Switch. And the Switch is obvious because of Ace Attorney coming up next week.
Yeah, I bought my PSP down here. I bought the PSP down here too. But yeah, so another thing, guys, I can tell you this much. My friend was able to get that PC system right there, right around less than $1,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And of course, I'll tell you this much. He tries to convince me to get one. And it's not happening.
Hardcore console gamer right there. Yeah, nothing changes with my best friend for sure. But yeah, well, okay, buddy. Now that you showed us that. So, what have you been playing while you've been down there on Monday?
All right. This I can really tell. When I first started to play, he's got the app called Duck Station. They can actually play PS1 games. And we tried Bushido Blade 1 and 2. And all I gotta say, that thing knows how to run pretty well for games like that one.
That sounds pretty good. You said you didn't play the first Bushido Blade, if I'm correct.
Oh, we did. We did.
And what did you think of the first one? Ethan's already played the second Bushido Blade 2. That's his childhood. But what did you think of the first one?
Well, I gotta say it was really good in its own time. It's really good in its own time. But I'll be honest with you, the first one was actually really good in its own time. It's just that and there's some expects that it doesn't have was the story.
Gotcha. Fair. That definitely sounds interesting to say the least. All right then. What else did you do?
Well, we also played this emulation that had some hacks like Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon Stadium. There's a classic that a lot of people probably would know. Oh, what'd you think of that one?
You know, it looks pretty good when it came out back in the day. It looked good.
Well, that's good to hear. It says here you also played a bit of Mario Party, if I'm correct.
That is correct. That's another thing I was gonna spill.
I see. And how was that?
Well, it was a fun time when we played Mario Party 5. To me, I'm just like, I know some of these mini games while we're over there. It's like I already know some of them before we played.
I guess that train we did earlier was these games really helped us, huh?
Totally, yeah.
But yeah. So you went out to eat that day as well. Where did you go?
We went over to Flaming Buffet, and I gotta tell you, I went over there before. I was like, wait a minute, I've been over there, and this is the same place I remember. I was like, oh, that's a nice place. I like that place.
And how and what'd you eat?
Um, well, that's the thing that I was gonna say. I remember there was some like what starts with H. You get all that. You can actually get like stuff you want, like rice or eggs or meat. I it starts with H. I can't. I just don't remember the name. But
Gotcha.
you could put stuff with that one plate, and you can actually get like seafood. You could get. There's like other foods you could get there. Also some desserts.
Does that sound good? Good. What would your rating be on the food there?
I would rate it well for that dish I had for the first dish. I'll be honest, 9 out of 10. I like that stuff.
Mmm. Definitely sounds good. Definitely sounds good. All right, then that's great. And the last thing you said here on Monday you did was some Pokemon Battle Evolution.
Yes, that was when we were actually we got back from the buffet. We actually played some of that, and my friend's brother was actually able to hack some Pokemon in there, and we get some of these Pokemon to the team. What we did is what it was interesting. We did some kind of like Jerry Shin by Jerry Shin typings. That was pretty interesting. I'll tell you who did which generation. I did third gen. My friend did fourth gen, and his brother did the first gen.
Ooh, that does sound very interesting. Speaking of fourth gen, I'm super excited for the fourth gen remakes. In case you didn't know, so that was probably good. That was probably very good practice for you, buddy, to get ready for the next fourth gen remakes, which are coming up in about 3 months now.
Oh, yes. Oh, another thing. Very soon we're in this video. I'm gonna get to something you guys will be interested. I just tried out. You guys will be interested.
I see. I see. Okay. So the next thing you did on Tuesday. Tuesday was a kind of a very quiet, much quieter day, really for Ethan. Ethan. He did some pretty interesting stuff still, but it's probably one of the quietest days of the week. Because literally, looking at his notes, it's yeah, just to say so. All right. What'd you do on Tuesday?
Okay, we also play the Pokemon Evolution again. So I think I remember that I didn't do well on the day before that day. And then until Tuesday, my friend's brother was able to improve some of the Pokemon like Blaziken because he had to get like speed boost because that's like one of the improvements I need for the my team. So I noticed my team I chose it just needed some improvements, and I got some improvements. I can tell you right now, I did better on both of them.
That's great to hear, buddy. That's great to hear. Yeah. All right. You also played one of your childhood games, which is surprising for me because I didn't think you would be able to play this one again, considering how beast it is.
Yes, and it was really good that I was able to play it on the emulator on my friend's PC.
Why don't you tell them what childhood game that is? And no, before you ask, it's not ETV. We have those games.
Yes. Okay, so it's called Dragon Ball Bankai 10K3. But we played it on the PlayStation 2 emulator.
And how was it?
Well, it's pretty nice for on the console though, but I wasn't used to on the controller because I played on the Wii mostly.
I can imagine you didn't do as good as better as usual, but did you do at least decent enough?
I did okay, I guess. I mean, I remember that I lost one because it's been a while I played a game.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair. And like you said, you played the Wii version of this game, so you're definitely not used to playing a controller for this game in specifics.
That's right, man. So so or we if you want to know how we play these games on that and then emulator for PC, we use the Xbox controllers.
Bad choice. Personally, I would probably use a PlayStation Dual Shock 4 if I were going to play a game like that. It just familiar layout.
I know. I'm the same way, man, but I wonder if there is a way you can actually put a Bluetooth on that.
Yes, you could, but unfortunately, Sony requires you to get an adapter for it.
That's the problem.
Always loops with Sony, seriously. Anyways, what else did you do?
I took my walk with my friend with his dog. I remember we took a walk around in this neighborhood around here in New Jersey.
How's the walk? Was it pretty good?
Yeah, it was nice. The neighbors were kind of like, well, at least they didn't say anything, and it was a nice walk, really.
I see. And then the last thing you did.
We play some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's been a real long time I play Yu-Gi-Oh.
A very long time. So I assume you didn't do so good.
Yeah, and I did lose though because I got a friend. His brother was like so good. He knows how to put a better deck on us. Like, he knows how to pull things on us.
Wow, that's actually pretty impressive then. And as you guys know on the channel, it takes a lot to beat Ethan, especially because every time I face them, I end up losing. So it's been a while since Ethan's played Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think the last time he actually did decent in a match was maybe 2-3 years ago. And even before that, it had been a long time since he played. Ethan's dropped out of Yu-Gi-Oh due to, well, do we need to say it?
Yes, that's the K. And not just that. The animes, well, there is another new animes coming, but to me, I'm just like, what are you doing, Kiami? Just stop. You don't need to do more.
I know, right? All right. Well, Wednesday outside. Even went on a walk again that day, so we're just gonna skip over that. So, what else did you do on that day?
Yeah, we went over to the convenience store, which was, I forget what it's called. I know there was a convenience store down in the street over here. But yeah, we went over to the convenience store to get something real quick. And yeah, that I do remember.
I see.
And then I played some Nuzlocke on the emulator for Pokemon Black. Nuzlocke? You know what Nuzlocke is?
Yes, I do know what a Nuzlocke is, and they are no joke, man. They are definitely no joke.
I'll be honest with you, when I look to the rules, they look challenging.
Yeah, I know, right? Ooh. I applaud anybody that gets through a whole walkthrough of that.
I don't know how I can do that though, let's be honest with you, because that's some different challenge I'm not used to.
I don't think I could do it either, but buddy, and that's me being honest. Well, that's
And
it.
it's okay.
Yeah, and that's definitely okay. What else did you play? Because you did play one Pokemon game I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is what I was telling you earlier, guys. Let's say I play this Pokemon hacking game that is called Pokemon Vega. Pokemon Vega.
What do you think?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Game Freak, what are you thinking? These fans know how to make better Pokemon than you.
That's even being honest.
You know, if there was official Pokemon game, I would actually put this as my first number one because of their designs.
I see. Well, I guess we changed Deepest opinion on ROM hacks a little. And that's saying a lot.
Even the starters, boy, I wish maybe I should share a screen with people on here because I want to show like some of these Pokemon that I started liking. Boy, they're becoming like my favorites.
I bet they are.
Let's see, I'm gonna have to share a screen for a second.
Totally cool. It's recorded for a reason, so you got so they can see you.
Oh, I cannot share. Oh, maybe you could share it.
Sure. You can send me the link and I can share a screen.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
All right.
Just give us a second.
All right, yeah, give us a second, guys. I might cut here, and then no, edit in when we get to the share screen just to make it easier on us. All right. So you said it's called Pokemon Vega?
Yes.
Ah, that should be that should be easy to search. Give me one quick second.
Yeah, you should be able to find it. It says wake up. And it should say Pokemon Vega is National Dex. You'll see the starters.
Yep. Pokemon. There we go. Pokemon. Okay, Pokemon Vega. Pokédex, there it is. Do. Oh, here's the Winka. All right, gonna share screen with you guys right now.
And that's good because that way I can point out. Yeah, I was just trying to share screen, but it won't let me because it has to be the host able to do it.
I see. I see. Okay. See, here you go. So here it is.
Now, look at these starters. I actually like them more than the official ones, I notice, because the fans know how to choose their Pokemon.
Indeed. Of course, there are obviously official Pokemon in here too, because what the Pokemon game was just fan made. Personally, I prefer ROM hacks that have official and fan made Pokemon together. If it's just all fan made, I feel a little turned off.
I'm gonna be honest, I almost liked every fake mon I saw so far. Almost.
Yeah, keyword almost. But yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. Very interesting. We'll definitely get to playing Pokemon Vega on the channel at one point. I'm pretty sure I'll definitely be able to do that since this is a GBA game. Most GBA games actually are able to play, and I obviously have plenty of emulators to choose for this. So this definitely looks like an interesting one.
Oh, I'll tell you this much. You want to know which starter I picked? It's the one with the water type. And I'll be honest, that Pokemon, I actually started liking.
You mean this one?
Yes. Yeah. Good. Good. Bring it up. There he is. I'll be honest with you. If you want to become an official, he would be becoming one of my favorite starters.
That's interesting. Interesting. What do you think of his base stats, by the way? Since you are the stats master of the group, what do you think of the base stats for this Pokemon?
So far, looks pretty good for a short time, really.
I see. I see. Well, definitely consider playing Pokemon Vega at one point. Then for sure on the channel. But that it would be a very interesting one.
And I'm still in the current playing the game still, but I can tell you this much, everybody. Let me tell you something. This is gonna be a shocker, okay? If those of you are thinking, is it gonna be easy? I hate to break it to you, but it's more challenging. And I almost, and the second gym, it really kicked my butt.
That is saying a lot because the last Pokemon gym to kick both of our butts was back in Black and White. Ever since then, it's been pretty much a cakewalk. Like the only one that give me trouble in terms of modern gen would probably be Sword and Shield's second half of the game, and that wasn't even the gym leader, that was the rival. I nearly lost that round.
Yeah.
So that should tell you how hard this is. I will say right now that from the Pokemon ROM hacks I played and seen, they are definitely far from easy. So don't do it if you're too used to easy Pokemon, then you might not like these. But that's good to hear, buddy. I'm glad you're enjoying Pokemon Vega. As someone who's delved into the Sonic ROM hack scene, it makes me glad to see you change your mind a little bit.
Yeah, because I want to give it a try. I mean, I just convinced myself, I'll give it a try. And once I give it a try, I'm actually hoping that these Pokemon become official someday.
We'll see. We'll see, buddy. We'll see. See, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for Game Freak to know this, and on top of that, they're not very keen. You know how Nintendo is about ROM hacks.
Yeah, game, Game Freak should take some of the ideas from these fans because honestly, they know how to make their good Pokemon.
Definitely will say they do need to take some ideas from the fans because at this point, Pokemon's being run into the ground.
And no wonder it's going downhill because of it.
That aside, though, I'm sharing my screen, so it's just back on both of us. Okay, so, what else did you do that day?
Okay, so I think this is Wednesday. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We know what or we played some of the PS2 games for emulation. We played one game that is not. It's a game. It's a dolphin emulator. We played Godzilla Destroy Monsters Bailey. I'll be honest. So good. Feels good to play back again in that emulator.
Uh, in case you don't know, guys, Ethan's a big fan of, well, at least classic Godzilla in terms of the movies. We don't talk about the modern ones, especially not Godzilla 2014.
Oh please, that one really sucked.
Yeah. But Ethan is a big fan of the classic Godzilla games, especially that one in particular. He really loves it. So glad you got to play it again, buddy. Then what else did you play? This one you guys probably would have never heard of.
This is really underrated. And I talked about it in several videos, but I'll mention it again. It's called Pirates, The Legend of Black Cat. We played against each other. I can tell you this much. I whooped his butt.
As expected.
Even I'm using an Xbox controller.
That's saying a lot. Sometimes the familiar, even unfamiliar layouts can definitely tell Ethan how to do something. Because this game was very familiar, unlike when Ethan was playing Dragon Ball Bandai Kente 3, where the layout was unfamiliar to him because he was using a controller that he wasn't normally using for that game. This one, it was completely familiar because Ethan had played this game pretty much a good chunk of his childhood.
Yes, and I can tell you this much. I have a strong memory what to play. I used to play this a lot back then I was a kid, and this helps.
Yes, indeed. It definitely does help. All right, next one, bud.
And then the last one I play in that day, we played My Heroes One's Justice 2.
Yes. So the first modern game of this video. So how did it play on PC as compared to the Switch version that we both got?
It was good. And also I think I did win the most of the matches.
That's not a surprise. That's a My Hero Academia fan of the two of us.
Yep. So honestly, that was very nice to be played again, of course. And then after that, before we went to bed that day, him and his brother they were playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 on PC.
I see. That's interesting to see. That's interesting to see. That's another game that you and I have played, but that one we both played on the PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. So, the next day you played several PlayStation 2 classics. So, what did you guys play?
Oh, I played I think if I'm not mistaken, okay, let's see, I'm trying to remember which one it is. We played some Tekkens that day, like Tekken 3, Tekken 4, Tekken 5.
Interesting. And how were they?
Ooh, they feel nice on there. And I can tell you this, guys. I can tell you what's my friend's favorite Tekken so far. He said 3.
Interesting choice. Which out of the, by the way, which out of the classic 3 Tekkens, in case you didn't know. No, real quick. First one, he thinks is absolute garbage. Second one, he thinks is
Little improvement.
a little improvement. And then the third one is his favorite.
Oh, and actually, I started to say it's one of my favorites.
Yep. So there's that. Then the next, what else did you play in terms of PlayStation 2 classics, or was that it?
I think that was it so far. And then we played some of the multiplayer on Call of Duty Cold War. You know, there was some little differences I noticed from the classics. The only one thing I got a little turned up about it is the knife button.
Geeks. Good boy. Other than that, it sounds like you didn't completely hate it this time, unlike a certain other game.
When I do get it from a rental from library, I'll give the story a try, but I'm not buying it just yet.
As always, skepticalism with Call of Duty and Activision. Sorry, Activision, you're gonna have to convince even that the story is good enough for him to actually buy it first.
But my friend's brother's gonna do it for me, so maybe if I have the chance, I'll start playing this story if he doesn't mind.
Totally. All right. You played some more Pokemon Vega, so we'll skip over that. Then you went out to a place called Moses to get dinner.
Yes, that's like one of the Mexican places.
And how was the food there?
I'll be honest, I had one of those Mexican bowls. I actually liked it. It was really nice. I can't even finish it, but it's really good though.
Interesting. It sounds really good. What would you rate the food there?
Um, let's see. Let's see what I had within that one bowl. It had ground beef. It had rice in it, beans in it. Guacamole is in there. So I put in all these ingredients in that one bowl. So and also I had some chips along with that. So like not in the bowl, but just separate, like I said.
Got it. So what would you rate it?
I would put it 8 out of 10.
Yeah, okay. So a little lower than what you said earlier about the last restaurant, but hey, it was decent at least.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Now this one I'm the most one of the other ones I'm interested in. Ethan finally got to play Ape Escape for the very first time.
I'm my friend's PC.
And as you guys know, I am one of the hugest Ape Escape fans. And I really love this series, so I am interested to know, what do you think of Ape Escape, bud?
Actually, it's pretty interesting when it was back in its own time. I gotta say, it's one of the interesting games. I mean, yeah, I didn't grow up with it. I got also my friend of mine is also into that series.
Indeed. So, what'd you think of the catching mechanic? Were the monkeys hard to catch for you, or were they easy?
It was easy, but there was something hard. There was one part it was hard is get the monkey off of that T-Rex.
Yeah, some of these monkeys can be a little tricky, unfortunately. The sequels definitely stepped that game up pretty fast. So you got to be real quick about catching some of them. That's what the gadgets are for. But what?
Another thing my friend did say that what's a better version out of the two was in his own opinion. He thinks the PSP version is probably much better than the PS1 version due to back because of the graphics. But for me, well, I would not lie. It's a good idea to get in the PSP for sure, but the controls might be harder though.
That's true. I do believe I have that one loaded on the PSP. So if you want to give it a try, but buddy, you obviously have the access to it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, and then you played Alternate Storm 4 on PC. So compared to the PlayStation 4, how did it look?
That looks stunning. That's because he's got the better parts for the PC.
I bet it does. I mean, if you had a capture card on it, I'm pretty sure you like allow us to record gameplay for the channel, but obviously that's not the case. But that's good to hear that it was. What do you think? Do you think it was better or worse than the PlayStation 4 version of the game?
I would definitely say it's a lot better than the PS4 version.
Ooh,
One's better.
ooh, that's harsh, Sony. Real harsh.
I'll be honest.
All
It
right.
even loads. Oh, not just that. It loads the game like less than 10 seconds.
Dang.
That's what I say.
Wow. I'll be impressed if the PlayStation 5 can match that. Or the
Seriously,
Xbox.
seriously. Before the match starts, it just instantly went into the game like really quick.
I guess I gotta give him credit then. He got some good parts for it to be that quick. Speaking of PC, real quick, I'm not sure if you heard, buddy, since you've been busy, but Steam actually announced apparent to, according to the internet fan base, the Switch killer called Steam. What was it called?
Steam Desk, was it? Oh,
Yeah, Steam Deck.
yeah, thank you. Actually, I meant to ask you this. That's right. My friend was wondering about what's your opinion on it. And if you want to know my thoughts, guys, looking nice, but let's not get told too high, please. Please. Because
Yeah,
usually third party companies like them doesn't always go up.
no, and Steam in particular sadly has a bad history of failed hardware. Steam boxes, Steam could go anybody.
I know.
But
Yeah,
what?
I'm not so confident about that, to be honest with you, because it may look like a copy paste of the Switch, but can it do well in the market?
That's the question. But yeah, personally, I'm a little skeptical as well. Well, a lot of other people are about it, but I'm gonna wait for first impressions first before I dive into this thing myself. If so, then I might finally have a way to play Sonic game, well, at least some of the other Sonic games and Sonic mods for you guys without having to worry about Windows being an issue. But if
Ooh.
not,
Yeah, that's right. My friend was had a hunch about that. What you're saying, that you want to get to some of the Sonic games on the Steam Deck.
yes, that definitely would be the first thing. But yeah, I'm a little skeptical, so I'm gonna wait. But personally, yeah, yeah, I think it would be a decent, at least emulator handheld. I do know there's a lot of emulators that will possibly work with this, but I'm not too excited for this one because usually handheld PCs tend to be sometimes a little let down from what I've heard. And in particular, why Valve is definitely one of the bigger brands out there. They're not necessarily the biggest. They're not necessarily, well, one of the most reliable ones, but this does have potential. I will admit that. So let's hope it pays off for them both. Because honestly, either way, I hope this kicks Nintendo to actually gives the fans, or the graphic fans at least, a real Switch Pro. Cough, cough. Not that me and Ethan care about it because we're not the graphic hogs, but I do hope this at least kicks Nintendo in the butt to say, oh crap, we actually got to make one now.
This is a competition for the Nintendo Switch, but I had a good feeling that it's not going to hurt the Switch that bad.
Nope. I mean, there are Switch emulators out there, but I'll guarantee you gotta have some pretty beefy PCs to run this thing, and I'm not sure if even with the power of that, if it can run it. Plus, we also got to worry about this thing heating up, which I know is an issue for a lot of PCs if it gets too hot. So yeah, but yeah. That aside, me and Ethan are probably both in the wait and see how this goes camp before we focus on money. And even then, we both just bought next gen consoles on top of this. So either way, it's a wait and see for us. But yeah, definitely interesting.
Yeah, that's what I told my friend as well. I had a discussion about this with my friend, and he says he's gonna want to plan to get it, but I hope they're just gonna wait and see themselves. But that's fine because for me, I'm not gonna want to get it immediately just yet because I'm skeptical about third party companies like this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't fault you on that. All right. Anyways, getting back on topic. So Friday, you played some other stuff.
On the emulator, first thing in the morning, I played God of War PS2 first. I was starting to like how that goes in there because I want to get a little taste of how I play later when I will eventually get something. Again, I'll mention it right after this. So it's gonna be right after I mention this. So yeah. Okay, so God of War 2. Oh no, God of War PS2 version. It was really nice, obviously. Let's see. Okay, so right after that, my friend did try Sly Cooper in his first time.
And how was it?
So far, he's liking it.
That's good to hear, buddy. That's good to hear. Sly, and for those who don't know, Sly Cooper is a series, one of Ethan's favorite childhood series from in so no wait, no. Sucker Punch Games, the makers of the V-Sync Goes to the Shiva game and the Infamous series as well.
Yeah.
Ethan loves, well, he loves Ghost of Tsushima at least. So see him play Sly Cooper probably made Ethan real happy that he at least likes it so far. Sly Cooper in particular for Ethan's opinions. Why don't you tell them real quick what your opinions about Sly Cooper 1 through 3 at least, because you haven't played 4 all the way through yet.
I already beat the fourth one, obviously.
Right. So why don't you tell them your opinions on 1 through 3?
I would say Ritually was number one, but something that happened in the third game that changed me to put up to number one.
I see. We mention it, but it'd be spoilers. So
I didn't say what, but I prefer to say that.
yes. The second game.
You know, I agree with that one guy on YouTuber. He's gotta make a good point. The gameplay wise, okay, there's one thing I'm gonna rent. I'm gonna say all you do in a lot of missions is steal a key, steal a key, steal a key, steal a key, and steal a key. I would not lie, it's getting repetitive.
Really repetitive when the sounds of it. Yikes. And then the first one is in last place, but that doesn't mean you hate it.
No, no, no. I don't think it is in last place. No, not in my opinion, at least.
I see. So it would be second place for you, and then the third game will be last. No, sorry. The second game would be last.
Yes, yes. All the trilogies.
I see. And then we'll talk about Sly Cooper for another time.
Yeah, another time.
All right. So, oh, never mind. It's nothing. All right. Okay. Then you played Parasite Eve on PC. Now, Ethan hasn't played too much of Parasite Eve. So, what'd you think, bud?
I was finally able to get a little bit more further in the game. Wow. It was great back in its time. I enjoyed it.
That's good. Good. Well, I hope we get to play that one on the channel at one point or the other, because that definitely sounds like a game you're interested in for sure.
Oh, that's and actually it's one of the Squaresoft's, or should I say, Square Enix's classic game back in the day.
Definitely. Hopefully, we get a remake of that one point or the other too. That would be nice.
Please. I hope so. But as long as Square Enix decides to, that is.
Yeah. Knowing their history, they'll probably just lock it to PC. Final Fantasy remake, Pixel remakes.
Yeah. You know, I hope someday they will do something about this as well. But I bet you the sales of the last game didn't do so hot.
Yeah, me too. But we'll see. Maybe that will change in the modern day. All right, and then you got some hamburgers. It sounds like for dinner.
Oh, you know, there's a story I need to tell you guys. Something bad happened. Let's just say that lady in that place we were getting our order. Let's say that one lady that actually got a heart attack, and a lot of those ambulance came over, and the police officers just came over that place. We had to wait for a while until the whole thing is done. Poor lady.
Poor,
It's crazy.
poor lady. I feel bad for her. Then I'll keep her in my thoughts for sure. I hope she's all right.
Yeah, I hope she is too, man.
All right. Well, then after that, it sounds like you went to an ice cream place for a dessert.
Yeah, we went over there, and I think it's called. It starts with a G. I think it's right by the New Jersey River. not river, but the ocean.
I
And
see.
let's say they have the best ice cream I ever tasted.
Wow, that's a compliment. I have. Now I need to try it.
Yes, yes, definitely. I mean, I remember the place, but I can't say the name because it's mouthful. It's not too mouthful, but the beginning of it is hard to pronounce.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm pretty sure I can look it up at one point and tell you guys later. But yeah, that sounds good. And then you watch Final Fantasy VII Avid Children
It,
without spoilers. How was it?
oh, I loved it
That's
personally.
that's not a shocker. Final
I
Fantasy
was able
VII.
to watch it in English this time around.
I see. And how'd you enjoy the English dub?
Oh, they do a good job for English. It feels like they took it from like the remake. I noticed
Hmm.
the voices. I mean,
Interesting. Interesting to note. All right, that sounds pretty cool. All right, and then yesterday, as today you haven't done anything yet. What'd you do today?
yesterday,
Yeah,
yes.
sorry, yesterday.
First thing we went over to
Six Flags in New Jersey.
Ah, dude, that sounds awesome. Awesome. We have a Six Flags here as well. But how was the Six Flags compared to ours down there?
We went over to the water park only yesterday.
And how was the water park?
You know, it's pretty nice for a water park. I like it.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Sounds like you did the Lazy River, the water pool, and the Discovery Bay as well.
Yeah, it's one of those sprinkler ones. Yeah, it's one of the sprinkler ones.
I see. I see.
But my favorite one we went to was the wave pool. That one's
Oh,
fun.
I love wave pools. They're just so much fun to do.
I agree.
All right, and then the last two things you did is Tekken 6. Now we don't need to talk about Tekken 6 because we've talked about it a couple times at this point. But you played Persona 5, go
Persona 4 Ultimate. It's
Yep.
one of those fighting games.
I see. And what you think?
Actually, it's a nice game. It had some Persona 3 characters in it.
Yes, I'm definitely aware of that as a Sega Atlas fan. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Definitely that makes me intrigued to play that game later when I get a chance.
Oh, my friend is really into the Persona series, I noticed, after I introduced him to 5.
Yeah, that's not a shocker. Speaking of Persona, that reminds me, real quick, buddy, I forgot to let you know that the Persona Atlas has teased 7 different projects for Persona.
Oh, I heard. I definitely heard.
And the first one's coming apparently this September.
Ooh, let's hope it's good.
I hope so too. I hope so too. More than likely, it's just probably going to be something else, not a game. Not yet, at least.
Nope. I bet you we're gonna probably get before Persona 6. If there is gonna be Persona 6.
They
Yeah,
did.
really
There was a leak someplace that there is going to be a Persona 6.
Yeah, I say if there is.
Yes. But we won't talk about that, obviously.
No.
But yeah, so sounds like the first week down there, you've had a blast, bud.
Yes. And today, guys, today, possible chance, might be going to the retro gaming store today.
Yes, I will be FaceTiming with Ethan. Obviously, this will be sadly off screen, unfortunately. But I will let you guys know via Twitter what Ethan ends up getting.
Of course, my friend's brother did say to me that there are places like, I don't know, that place over there are gonna get events of if I'm recording or live streaming. But no, I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely gonna be interesting to see.
Oh, I am just hoping we'll get some interesting game selections. But I mean, I talked to my friend about this. Well, not his brother, my friend. Let's just say, got a little offensive. Well, let's just say this.
He's like, oh, I don't have to buy a game, so I can just do it. So you download free games on PC. I'm just like, well, it's your choice, man, not my choice. I understand you feel, but you thinking the retro games are expensive? That's only the rare ones, dude.
Yeah, so most games are very cheap. Probably by an example. So Osaka episode 1 and 2, those are dead cheap, despite them being super rare games.
Yes.
It's really the third episode that's the expensive one, which is a shocker to both of us, because you would think all three would be expensive.
Yes. And I understand what my friend thinks, but this is just his opinion.
Indeed. Well, I guess that's all for now, guys. I'll be doing the second vlog with Ethan once he gets back back at home. Or he'll do it by himself. We haven't decided on that yet, but we will be doing a final wrap-up vlog for Ethan once he returns from New Jersey. But I'm glad you're having a great time down there. But I missed you, obviously, down back where I am. But I'm glad you're having fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have anything else to say before we wrap up?
All I gotta say is, I hope everybody will have a fun time, even if I'm over in New Jersey by that point. So yeah. Oh, another thing, I've been playing a bit more Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, a bit more on the PSP.
I figured. When don't you stop thinking about that series? Seriously, I'm teasing. But how is that real quick?
I'm actually almost like probably in the middle of the game, I think. So far, I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say it's pretty emotional.
Oh,
Right before Cloud, this is before Cloud even existed. Like, let's say he's in the game, but let's say he's not fully focused.
Yes, gotcha. All right, well that sounds great, buddy. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next game is and for you, what you're gonna be end up doing while you're not down there next week, well, for the next whole week. So yeah. All right, guys, that's all for this week's vlog. I'm afraid we probably won't say Ethan until he gets back. So this is probably going to be the only other time you're going to be seeing he and I together, because I got some other stuff to do. But thank you for doing the vlog again, buddy. It's really great to hear that you've been doing well down there. But I miss you, man. I miss you. Hopefully we get to see each other again soon here once you get back. But that is all for now. This is yours truly, Music Clues at our hometown.
Yep, this is Ethan signing out in New Jersey.
And y'all have a nice
gaming day.
See ya.